Happy 2021, everybody! I'm Hillary Mulick. I am a wedding photographer and educator based in North Carolina. I've been here for about 2.5 years, and I live here with my husband, who is currently in residency, and my 140-pound Mastiff, Boris. Let's get started. I am super excited to start YouTubing again here in 2021. I started YouTubing last year, right after when COVID hit, and I wasn't shooting as many weddings. I decided to start picking up YouTubing, and I really loved it, and super excited to be bringing it back again this year in 2021. So today I'm going to be talking all about how I got started in wedding photography. If you follow me on Instagram, I've been posting a lot of polls and asking my audience a lot of questions on what they'd like to hear from me. And one of the questions that a lot of you were interested in is how I actually got started in the wedding photography business. Now, before I touch on that, I wanted to share with you guys that I do have a pre-wedding questionnaire available for download for free for all of my followers. So if you are in the wedding photography industry, which if you're listening to this video, I'm guessing you are, you serve wedding clients, and part of your job is to collect a bunch of information to put together a timeline, put together a shot list, put together everything you need in preparation before your couple's wedding day. So what I do about 4 months before the wedding day is I send them over my pre-wedding questionnaire through my client management system called Honeybook, and I am going to share that questionnaire for free for you guys today, so make sure to click the link in the description so you can download your own pre-wedding questionnaire. Okay, let's get started. So how I got started in wedding photography, it actually started with my own wedding 10 years ago. I got married in 2011, which was 10 years ago. I was 20 years old, so yes, I was young, but it was the best decision and I don't regret it at all. I'm celebrating my 10-year wedding anniversary this July, which is super exciting. So leading up to my wedding, for my birthday, got gifted my first DSLR camera. I was really interested in photography, but I wasn't at that point thinking of pursuing it as a passion. I just wanted to be able to take good pictures, and so I got my first DSLR camera for my birthday. Then, after hiring my own wedding photographer for my wedding and going through the experience of working with her and being her client, and then just getting a peek into her life and what her life was like as a wedding photographer. First off, I loved that she was a stay-at-home mom and had a home office and had this really amazing business that she could do while also being a wife and a mother. So that was super appealing to me. I loved that. Some other things that I really loved about her and just wedding photography in general is I loved that she got to be so creative, and photography is such a creative field. So I thought that was really cool that she got to be creative for a living. She got paid really well doing it. She could work from home. She could still spend time with her kids. She only had to work on the weekends, meaning she only had to go out and shoot weddings on the weekends, and then she could stay at home and do all of her office work during the week. There was just so many amazing things that I loved about her job. I basically just wanted to be her when I grew up. So at the time, I was going to Utah State University, getting my degree in speech therapy. I decided to keep pursuing that, but I still had wedding photography in the back of my mind. Then as graduation was getting closer, well, this was when I was halfway through college, actually, I decided that I wanted to learn more about wedding photography and see if it was something that I was interested in pursuing. So like any photographer, when they're getting started in the wedding photography business, I started reaching out to tons of local photographers, asking if they needed a second shooter, third shooter, fourth shooter, assistant, offering to shadow them for free, offering to help hold bags, just anything that I could do to get my hands on some real life experience shooting a wedding without it having to be the pressure of it being my own wedding that I was photographing. So I was able to shadow and mentor with a lot of different photographers in the area and be able to learn more about wedding photography and what it would be like working in that field and owning a wedding photography business. And I just fell in love. I did that for about 6 months, and then I booked my first wedding in 2013 that summer. And then From the summer of 2013 to the summer of 2014, I think I shot 8 of my own weddings, which I was super excited about. Then, of course, summer of 2014, both me and my husband graduated from Utah State University with our degrees, and he got accepted into medical school on the other side of the country. As excited as I was to move to Pennsylvania and follow him while he was pursuing his career in medical school and in the medical field, I was really sad to be leaving my photography business that I felt like was just budding, and I was just starting to get the snowball rolling of getting clients and people recognizing my name and getting referrals. And then all of a sudden we were gonna have to be moving and I was gonna have to start from scratch in Pennsylvania. But the great thing about starting in a new area is I still had all my skills. I did not have to redo my portfolio, if that makes sense. I didn't have to start from square one, learning how to shoot manual, building a portfolio of weddings. I had already started doing that. So as soon as I moved to Pennsylvania, I got a job at the school district right away with my degree, which was great because my husband, being in medical school, he wasn't able to work. So any of the income that we were going to be having was solely coming from me. So I was really glad I had my degree so I could get a job right off the bat. And then I started reaching out to all the photographers in my area in Pennsylvania, just asking to network, asking to go out for coffee, asking if they ever needed a second shooter to let me know. So I think one day I ended up reaching out to like 30 different photographers, and I heard back from a good handful of them, people wanting to meet up, people interested in having me shoot. And so from 2014 to 2015, I did lots of second shooting. I even attended a couple workshops. I even got brought on as an associate shooter to a company in Philadelphia, which was really awesome. If you have the opportunity to be an associate shooter for a while as you're starting your photography business, I highly recommend it. It enabled me to be able to primary shoot weddings that were at really amazing venues with really amazing couples without having to build my own business yet, because I was shooting for someone else's business. So it was able to give me the experience and just the ability to network with other wedding vendors in the area and build connections that way. So highly recommend second shooting and associate shooting as you're getting started in wedding photography. Then as I was living in the area for a while, about 2 years in I think it was the summer of 2015. So I had been working at the school district for almost 2 years. Well, for about 2 years. I had built up enough wedding photography business that I ended up quitting the school district and pursuing wedding photography full time. I get a lot of questions asking, how did you determine when to quit your day job and just go full time with photography? And for me and my family, it was, since I was the only one providing income, it was more of a numbers game. And when I was able to match the income that I was getting from the school district, I knew it was time to transition, do photography full time, and then scale my photography business. And it was the best decision. That was the same summer that we got our dog Boris. We moved into a new townhouse. It was just amazing. We went on a lot of trips, and I'm just super grateful for my wedding photography business. So that's kind of how I got started in wedding photography, what sparked my initial interest, and how I was able to move my business across country and build out here in the East Coast and eventually go full time. I hope this was interesting to you. If you're hoping to start your own wedding photography business, I highly recommend reaching out to people in your area, networking a lot, getting your name out there, second shooting a ton, associate shooting if you can, and just being patient, because eventually you will be able to go full time as I did. Again, if you are interested in downloading my pre-wedding questionnaire, it's completely free. It's in the description down below. Make sure to get your hands on that, and I'll see you guys next time.